warriors. I'm here. Sit back and relax. This is not long, but meaningful. All right, warriors. I see you, Wow Wayne. I see you, Chrissy Power. Yes, this is a shot of love. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And this is typically a shorter broadcast. This is about me reminding you of who you truly are. And I do want to share some audio. I was actually listening to this live before I came live myself. Conscious TV is live. And I want to play some of what I was hearing because I was a little bit inspired by what he was saying. So I'm going to start there. All right. Understand. None of these people really give a fuck. As much as they'll make noise, as much as they'll attempt to force your hand, and as much as they act as though they're invested in whatever the controversy is for the moment, they're really fucking not. It's just another story, another opportunity to turn a real situation into a form of community. So who gives a fuck? You all would come and go. She'll be in the headlines for a week or two, and then it's on to the next motherfucker who's canceled. You know, that's just how it fucking goes. So she's been a mentor of mine, if you will. And so because of where I'm going, I'm only going to become more of a public figure. I'm only going to become more fucking visible. And the Yabba Dabba Doo crew is going to be higher in numbers and value because the more visible you become, the more known you become, the more, the universe has to balance. It's the law of polarity. For every yes man, there's a no man. It just is what it is. And it can be great character building. Okay, so I just want to establish right off the gate that I really appreciate all the bullshit. To all of the haters over the years, thank you so much for your time. In the words of Shawnee O'Neal, really appreciate your services. I truly could not have done this and become this without your bullshit. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I may have a haters award show, where we just give off trophies, okay, and rank these awards. I know that's right. Now, speaking of haters, is a hater on the line? Baby! And something else I've come to realize is, sometimes you just need to sit back. Some shit you just want to jump out the window for because it's just natural to do so. But then the Holy Spirit says, I got this one. Okay? And then you just get to sit back and you transmute that feeling of ego and wanting to swing and bang, and you turn it into a productive, peaceful, creative feeling. You redirect that energy. And then before you know it, you wake up one day and karma is hitting. Oh my universe. This is what you had planned? Oh my. No wonder you told me to sit this one out. No wonder you told me to go and twiddle my wig train finally pulls the fuck up to a fuck bitch. Yeah, it's fine. It is gratifying when the great train finally just comes to a motherfucking end and a goddamn still. Oh, God is so good. So yes, he is. Ooh, and we're gonna leave it there, baby. God is good. Yes, all the time. So yeah, that was Conscious TV. If you weren't able to discern that, then he might even still be live right now. I should have put the link in the description. This was like a last minute thing, but I can put it in my description box if you are not familiar with Conscious TV. But yeah, he inspired me. That's the homie. So I'm sure he won't mind me borrowing some of his content. But he has a whole point. There's more to that. But there's a reason I played it, and that's just to say life is gonna move on. Whatever you're dealing with, the phrase, time heals everything. It really kind of does, because it's gonna keep moving as long as you breathe in. So whatever situation you may be moving through right now or facing, and should it be an unfavorable one or ones, just know that as long as you keep planted and you're focused. And also that discernment is very important too, to be able to weed out the things, the people, the places and things that don't belong on your path. It's really just time to just finally put a pin in it. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on this and I'm gonna make this happen. Because I think for the most part, we all have goals of some sort, one or more. Or maybe some of us are just trying to get through, child. We're just trying to get through the day to the next one and to the next one. But I'm going to say about that type of life, that's not what's meant for you. There's a lesson in it, of course. But it's a rainbow or a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow, or a rainbow at the end of that dark tunnel. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. You're not alone. Never that. Another thing, too, if you don't have a church home to go to, that doesn't mean you can't go to church. You don't need to be in a physical house of God. Your house is a house of God. As long as you're praying, I think they say two or more, but I count myself and my higher self if it's just me. Don't let that stop you from praying, being grateful, connecting to the Most High. That connection is everything. I can't stress it enough. And just to have the faith, and that just means sometimes unbelieving some stuff. A lot of us were raised with certain beliefs that keep us from progressing, that keep us down, basically, because we're told, don't do this, don't say that, don't look over there, when you don't even know why you were given these rules. And the people who gave you those rules probably don't know why either. It's something they call tradition. Sometimes tradition is not in the best interest of our most favorable life. And we are all here, whether you know it or not. You sure did. But part of that is to be able to remember what it is. Because when you come through that birth canal, when you come onto earth as a human being from that spiritual world from which you came, yeah, your memory kind of fades. You in a different realm. You gotta like switch control panels. You gotta switch your understanding. That's why when babies talk, you gotta listen, because they're still remembering. They're trying to tell you something. But yeah, I just want to say, keep pushing, keep your faith. If you feel like you don't have a faith, like if some people I know that are just lost in their faith, they don't know, they've been disappointed by their church,
They have been disappointed by just, religion in general. We just saw in the news, what was that guy? Dalai Lama, like this famed, religious figure, was caught on camera doing some real foul pedophilia type stuff with a child. Now, if you're doing this in public, what are you doing in private? So people lose trust. People lose trust. And people lose interest. You see, the number comes down when you start talking about God. But they think it's drama because Conscious TV was speaking on some realness, and it was interesting. And I can play some more. But as soon as God comes in the picture, ah, ah, but it's all good. People is who are turned off by it. There are even more that are turned on. This message reach whomever it needs to reach. I appreciate you being here if you're alive with me in this moment, because it is in this moment that actually counts. I'm learning that being in the present moment is really the only part of real life. When you're living in your mind, you're living in the past or you're living in the future, but not here in the present, which is the gift. Life itself in the present, to have the mindset to be able to just sit in your moment and go, yeah, life is good. Look around. There is no problem. There is no challenge. It's just a smooth road, smooth sailing right here, right now. Look at that flowing water on the screen. Yeah, because we're energy. We're supposed to be moving and flowing, not resisting, not fighting. I know people come on to YouTube to fight or to hear the fighting because it's in us. It's in us. That toxicity, that little bit of, that dark stuff, that dark energy is in us. It's natural. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, moderation with everything. Don't start none, won't be none though. Whatever you put out there, just know that it's coming right back at you. It might look a little different, but the impact, you don't want it. So just make sure you are making wise decisions as you're moving around in this world. And take the time to tap in before you do. When you wake up in the morning, before you go to sleep at night, and go on your dream journey, just take some deep breaths. Let's take a couple before we go, actually. You can be sitting down or laying down, but have your arms and legs a little spread apart, palms facing upward. You can rest them on your lap or to. It is the breath that is the source of life. Respect your breath. Be grateful for it specifically. Yeah, and use your imagination when you're taking these breaths to build your life. This is where the script is written. Be consistent, give it time, and watch it mature. Watch it physically appear in your life. Whatever you're building in your imagination, your mind's eye. With these deep breaths, you can definitely make the magic happen. Whatever it is you're trying to do. Just make sure it's for good, okay? Because I know people take all types of opportunities to do things they have no business doing. You don't want to use your power for anything that's going to hurt anyone, of course, because what you put out there is going to come back on you. Probably even worse if it's intentional in that way. Just a little warning. But yeah, shout out to all my new subscribers. I mean, I guess, the shorts, they don't give you no money, but they'll get you in the algorithm. So anybody trying to grow your channel, I suggest you start posting some shorts. I am not a hater. I will share whatever information I have to help you succeed. So if you have any questions about it, email me. My email information is in probably the body of this email or my about section on the channel. But yeah, I just want to say it's all a mindset, y'all. This whole game of life. Yeah, just make sure you're using your mind wisely. Just make sure you're using it, first of all. Some of us are just floating through life. I talk to a lot of people throughout the day, every day, different people, just by the nature of my work. And yeah, a lot of people I know are floating through life, just floating through, just trying to get by. There's no plan, there's no motivation, there's no inspiration, no joy. And that's honestly just really not living. But because you still have your breath, you have an opportunity to change your mindset, which will change your life. Eventually, you got to give it time. Patience is definitely part of the process of success. You have to have patience. Yeah. So, yeah, with that said, you should be feeling nice and relaxed. Take those deep breaths, before you even do anything, even get out the bed or wherever it is you sleep. And make sure you are getting sleep because I know a lot of people have problems with that as well. Sleeping. I sleep good. But, these breaths will help you. YouTube has a lot of audios, videos that can aid you in your sleep process. I suggest the Hertz frequency channels. Just look up Hertz frequency. There's different frequencies for different things, types of healing, happiness, manifesting money, all kinds of stuff. But it's just sound waves. You can't sleep, those things help. Some people like waterfalls like this one. I turn the sound off, but yeah, it can help you sleep. You want to go into your sleep in a nice positive mindset because when you go to sleep and you enter your dream state, you want to be able to be doing whatever you're doing out there at your fullest potential in your best way, your best self. So people are like, what are you talking about? Child, there's so much to it. So many layers. But I don't know, I'm trying to make sure I'm covering everything. Let's see. Yeah, the breaths are very important. Manifestation is not a bad word. People liken it to, what do they call it? New age spirituality or things like that. It might be a newer term. I don't think it is, but it's definitely not a newer concept. If you study different religions across the board, you'll see a lot of commonalities that are just spoken in different languages, a different way of speak, a different type of model. But at the end of the day, it's all about love. Love of self, love of a higher power, our creator, love of each other. So let's practice that. Let's try that. Let's try love first. I'm willing to do that. Even here on YouTube, which maybe might have to make me rethink another members only live I was about to do. Because there wasn't no love in that. But listen, I'm human just like y'all. And I will go there just like y'all. So don't be surprised when you hear something different on my member channel than you do here on the public channel as far as how I express myself. And for those of you who think that is called being fake, I would say to broaden your horizons a little bit. I'm sure you probably heard of something called code switching. And unfortunately, it's something that, we as people of color have to do in order to thrive in other sectors, other types of environments, such as corporate America, such as schools or higher education, especially. You don't just go in to those types of worlds and be like, yo, 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 I'm here. You gotta actually, in the setting, be that. You gotta be like a chameleon, and code switching is what that's called. So when I'm in my member channel, that is just me, raw and uncut, more so. When I'm on my public channel right here, because my mom, she does listen. I have respect for my mom. No, but there's a lot of people here who are very sensitive to like curse words and things like that. So I'm just really trying to chill out on all of that ratchetness on this public channel. But the member channel, oh, you might hear something a little different. But it's all me. We all have different facets to each other. That shouldn't be a surprise. Anybody who thinks you should just be one person the whole time, no matter where you are, you got some growing to do. You seem to be a little shallow. You don't have a lot of depth to you. I know I have a lot of layers to me. It's called dynamic. Yes, I am a very dynamic woman, if you will. I'm just saying, like, I heard somebody say that actually. I don't know if they were talking about I don't know who they were talking about, but it just made me think of myself. I was like, yeah, well, I do that. I'm on my member channel cutting up. But when I come on the public channel, I mean, this is me too, but it's just not, you know, certain sides of me. If you can't understand that, that's your problem. That's not my problem. But to talk about it as if that's just like I heard somebody say, I don't meditate. I'm too cool for that. You too cool to meditate? I don't think there's anything cooler than meditation. But that's kind of like saying you too cool for God. People think meditation has to do with religion too. And let me tell you, meditation has nothing to do with your religion. It is not religion at all. It doesn't matter what type of religion or religious practice you are a part of. Meditation is separate from that. I mean, it may incorporate meditation, but I'm just saying, like, people think they can't because it goes against their religion. Hmm, I doubt it. Jason Finch, what about the text messages? Jason, join my member channel. It's only $1.99 a month. I talked about those text messages several times. I'm also reading Azriel's testimony currently. Going to be on part 4 when I go back. And we are actually talking about the text messages in that as well. But the text messages, guess what? What was illegal in that? And especially with how it relates to his case. I doubt it. I doubt if you find anything substantial. But good luck with that. And even still, he still has 20 years from Chicago, and that's not going to go anywhere. If New York goes away, which it won't, but if it does, then the 20 years or 21 years or whatever it was, still will be in place. So he's not going anywhere anytime soon. He would have to eradicate both cases in both jurisdictions. So, but I appreciate you coming in and sharing your feelings. But listen, y'all, I'm out. I appreciate you, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.